Hello everyone, always Dizzy here. I've been going through the Chessable course by Dvoretsky from his famous book, Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual. Um, and I came across this position about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and I can't stop thinking about it. It was when I first came across it, I thought it was just the most awesome thing ever. Um, I'm not a big puzzle type of guy. I don't really like puzzles and composed puzzles, but this one was just extraordinary, and I thought it was so freaking beautiful. Um, I had to share it. So I would really like you guys to try to solve this on your own first. Of course, we can do the usual pause the video, figure it out for yourself, which I do recommend doing because it'll be so much, you'll appreciate this so much more. But basically, first of all, like, what do you think? I should mention it's white to move. And what do you think about this position? Um, I mean, it's pretty obvious that black is just completely winning, right? Because it's white to move, but black can grab this pawn, and then he has three passed pawns at the end of that, and he can just promote. So I should mention that white is going this way. So I mean, it seems pretty straightforward that black just has a very, very obvious, easy win here. Um, but it's white to move, and I'll tell you right now that this is not a forced win for black. Uh, White can actually draw here, believe it or not. It seems physically impossible. It seems completely impossible that white can draw here. And I don't know. To me, this is just an awesome puzzle. So this puzzle was created by Richard Rati. He's a famous chess player. He's, I think, Austro-Hungarian player. He's also very famous for his endgame studies. He has beautiful endgame studies, and that's a big clue to the answer of this puzzle. If you know anything about him. Um, he also has some openings named after him. But yeah, this is a composition from Richard Rati. So white to move, and white can draw here. So I'm going to assume that you've already paused the video and tried to figure this out by yourself. And so the move here is King G6. So King G6 will draw the game. And it's like, okay, yeah, I already considered King G6, but what if black just pushes the pawn? And if we take the pawn, then black can just grab this pawn, and these two pawns defend themselves, and it's an easy win for black. So this would be a loss for white. So what if black goes here instead? And that's another issue, because won't these pawns just run? If we take the pawn on G6, like, we can't chase this down, for example, right? So how does this work? So yeah, the correct first move is King G6. That is the correct first move. And okay, so if we go in slower detail here, if black tries running the pawn, white can't take it. Instead of taking it, it's a very strange looking move, but white should actually take on G7. It's contradictory to what you would think, because it's like, well, doesn't black just run this pawn? But this is a draw here. This is a draw still. And ooh, okay, sorry, my computer's running a little bit slow. Yeah, and if you know the Rati idea in the endgame, the idea is for the king to go in two directions at the same time. So he's trying to go like over here and over here with one move. And that's, I mean, there's a famous Rei-Ti puzzle which is much more well known, which is kind of like the precursor to this one. I believe this one was created 10 years after his other famous puzzle. But the concept is the same. White wants to basically help promote this pawn to queen, and at the same time wants to chase these pawns out. So how can white do that? And well, basically, it's kind of a geometry trick. White is going to go in the direction of both of them at the same time. So white will go to f6, so king f6 here. And if black starts to try to get this pawn, white will still go in the direction of both of them. So he's getting closer to this pawn while still getting closer to black's pawn here. If white takes, well, if black takes, well, white can now grab these two remaining pawns and get the draw. If black goes to queen instead, well, now white can move towards his pawn and help promote his pawn to queen. So black will queen first, but white will also be able to queen. And then a queen versus queen on this rook pawn is a draw. So even though black queens, white will queen first, and black can't actually make progress here if white plays properly, because white can just keep checking. The only thing black can do here is just keep checking white's king, but white will just keep dodging the checks. And if black ever tries to push the pawn, white will just give checks of his own perpetually. So that doesn't work for black. And if black tries to prevent white's pawn from queening, now there's king d7. And same issue, black can queen, but white will still queen with check. And it's an easier draw even. So that doesn't work for black. So white can draw that way, and the same thing holds true if black tries pushing the a pawn. It's the same idea here. If this gets pushed, black is just white is going to go in the direction of both of them, and it's the same thing. Believe it or not, white's king, because white's king is going in the direction of both his pawn to queen and to chase this one, he's getting exactly what he wants. So if h2, then again white is threatening to promote. Wait, is this right? Or does no, I guess he would have to go. Did I do this right? Sorry, where was I here? Oh, I think I did this wrong. No, here, my bad. White has to go to e6 or e7 instead. And now if h2, c7. Right, because we can with this path, white can go to d7 here to help promote. So yeah, so that doesn't work either. And if king b6, if black tries king b6, again, white will take on g7, and if black takes, well, white will grab both pawns, no problem, right? And if where was it here? If black tries to push again, same idea as before, going to go in the direction of both pawns. And he can't take the pawn because both these pawns will fall. So if black keeps trying to push, then the key move here, going in the direction of both of them, king e5, and once more, black cannot take because white will grab black's pawn. And if he tries pushing, then king d6, and white is going to promote this, like this. So it's similar to the other lines. And is there anything else we need to look at? No, I don't think so. I think I've covered everything. But I just thought that was beautiful because when you first look at it, it's like there's no way that white can draw. It just feels absolutely impossible that white can draw here. So I just thought that was really, really cool. Um, and it just goes to show end games are very deceiving. They can be very, very deceiving. Even if you think there's like an easy, complete, automatic win, you'd be surprised how easy it is, or not how easy, but you'd be surprised, just despite the position looking completely winning, that it could still be a draw. And this is a draw, unbelievably. So I just thought I'd share that with you because I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Let me know if you like this type of video. It's my first video actually showing a puzzle. So if you like them, I could show some more in the future. Thanks for watching.